I kind of do, like, the definition. I don't know the exact definition, but I kind of get the gist of it.
Okay.
So.
No. Not really.
Not a clue.
Not 100%.
As you see, awareness of self-segregation is not prevalent around the campus. When asked, students were not familiar with the term self-segregation. Self-segregation is the tendency of racial and ethnic groups to congregate with people who are similar to themselves by their own choice. By doing interviews on UGA's campus, we tried to find out what students' opinions are and raise awareness of this topic.
Here, mainly, like, I don't know if you guys know, but there's like a black UGA, like a Buga, and so like, we have our own parties, we kind of do our own thing, and then it's just like, I guess there's not really a white UGA, it's just a black UGA, and then UGA by itself. So it's just like, we kind of tend to hang out with each other, we go to our own parties, we throw our own pre-games, it's stuff like that. Like, you rarely see, well, you will see black people hanging out with other white people, or any other culture, or race, but mainly it's like, we kind of tend to stick together.
Okay.
Aside from this year, I just sort of stayed away from Asians just because I feel uncomfortable because I was raised with white people and I've always gone to a white school and stuff, so I never really associated with Asians.
My life? Well, let's see. I only have Korean friends. Yeah, I only hang out with Koreans, I eat with Koreans, I live with Koreans, so
All right.
my life right now is self-segregation.
Okay.
You see it around campus, but it was especially predominant in high school. Like at lunch, like all white kids or black kids sit together. There'd be occasional mixing, but I don't see it too much around here. Yes, in fraternities and sororities, there is some self-segregation, but it's not a big part of life these days, I don't think.
I think it's a negative thing, but I think it's something that people don't really think about. I don't think people make the decision to not want to integrate with other groups of people.
Why?
What's a positive? First of all, I think it's a positive thing. Like, when we first get here, it's like a culture shock. Like, especially because I went to a predominantly black high school. So when I got here, I was like, oh snap, black people. So I just went to black people first. And then, like, after I got more comfortable, I have a lot of white friends. It's not saying I just only hang out with black people. It's just like, when you first get here, you just find people you're comfortable with because they have the same skin tone. And you're just like, well, me and you have more in common. And y'all tend to hang out. And then you start to branch out once you get comfortable with yourself. So.
Depends on the situation. And it definitely depends on the mental state of the person. Me personally, it's neutral, but if you're self-segregating yourself in order to feel an inner sense of community and safety, and actually, just be close to who you know, and you know that no matter what, they'll never try and hurt you in any situation because they feel your same pain and they feel, your sympathy. They're very empathetic. They know what you've been through, and you've been through the same things, as a race, a group of people, or just your same peer group. Then it can be a positive thing. Now, it can also be a negative thing because you really don't know the world is what it is. The world is much bigger than you. We're just a tiny dot on the world. America's a tiny dot on the world.
We now ask you to reflect where you see self-segregation in your own life. The decision is yours. Choice or chance.